That is a Leviathan. So, you go to outlook over it, because it was something a few dozen feet from the gate. Your eyes can't even land on it anymore with how much the city's grown. And then immediately, instinctively, you have that gut feeling. It's just, fools, that's where they came in at. And then you realize, it's been months.
Yeah.
These people have lived it just as much as you have.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the last time you visited, so you still have memories of it like that. It's not even the loose sand that it was. A lot of it's been scraped away down to more of the bedrock, or just over passing by in time and people moving around. It's been pushed down, hardened, lowered more to not be as loose. But time is different in this place. It doesn't seem familiar. Like, unless you're standing dead in the middle of it, that's just pretty much... Because that's where most of the big buildings were built up. But, excuse me, it is what it was always going to be. But a lot faster.
Yeah. It's a feeling you can't really get very often. That whole scenario right there.
Yeah. I know this place. But nope. When I was here, that was a Quickie Mart. Okay, old man. Now it's a Sears. Okay.
Yeah.
6 months ago.
Basically.
I kind of want to go over here what Nesmith and Naslin are talking about.
They're not hanging out together? I just said it was funny because their names were similar. That's what I made the joke. I didn't say they were hanging out together. Nesmith, Graff, and Tybalt all hanging out together because they're all, in a weird thing where nobody officially knows everybody. Everybody groups up into the only ways that they can group themselves up in naturally.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, this is what we have in common, so let's just hang out with each other until this group formulates a little bit more.
Must be weird.
Yeah.
Those three being together like that.
Yep. Especially when they're not this focus of attention like they were, once again, a few months ago.
Yeah.
Are anybody in Normir like...
Oh, no, there are people, but, like, it's the same time, it's bittersweet. They're not the Paragons anymore. Paragons are disbanded. Like, most of them are dead or gone.
Is there anybody doing an ocular... anybody...
Oh, yeah, at the same time, it's just kind of like, hey, remember a couple of months ago when bad shit happened and Tybalt was on the wrong-ass side of it?
Yeah.
Anybody doing an ocular pat-down of Mac?
Who has?
Is anybody, like, looking at Mac angrily?
Well, roll insight. Is there a reason why they would?
Yes. He did murder 2 fucking guards.
He didn't murder 2 guards! We've been over this!
5.
You don't get any looks now. Remember, you carried the emotional weight of that more so than anybody else did.
I know, it still feels awkward coming here.
Yeah.
So, I think...
Do you think Tolkien wasn't responsible for a few deaths? That's war, baby. Especially in that regards.
Yeah. First time a big ass goblin invasion. Oh fuck!
Oh, you did tell them all to fuck off too, didn't they? And they stayed.
Yeah. Because we were just nobodies, so yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll go hang out with Nesmith and Rainey for a little bit.
Naslin and Rainey.
Naslin. I'm sorry, this is the problem. They have the same
That's
name.
what I said earlier. That's why I said they don't have the same name. N-A-Z-N-E-Z. Naslin. Naz apostrophe Lin. Nez
Lin.
apostrophe
No.
Mint.
I'm kind of tempted to go to the bar now and just fuck with the conch.
Put it on Nesmith. Naslin. Nasmith.
Gnome
Neslin?
and halfling.
I know, right? Damn fucking shorties. What's the, hold on, you're gonna fuck with the conch? You don't have the conch.
I know. I was just joking about that. I would like to play with the conch at some point.
That's funny that nobody's talked about the conch, or looked at it, or done identify.
It's Basco that has it, right?
Yep.
I want to actually go over to Basco.
Hey Mac, what are you doing? I'm kind of in my depressive phase now.
Well, the reason why I'm coming over, Basco, is, I mean, it's great being back in Normir, but I was thinking about the conch.
Okay.
What do you reckon it does?
Well, I've been holding it for this whole time, but I think it's smart to sort of, not really use it unless we, it's one of those flashy things. A part of me almost wanted to put it into the chest as well, but I don't want to draw more attention to it, because we did kind of do it in a room full of the world leaders. So a lot of people are probably wondering what that conch shell does, myself included.
It's just, it seems like a lot of effort that Vaughn put into this.
Yes. Some being put existential terror and dread. Yep, does that taste good, Mom? She's like, metal.
What?
She licked it. She went down and licked that dice, just a quick lick.
Why? Why are you like this?
I've been watching you play Stray. So anytime the triangle button comes up, I press it.
I mean,
But no, there's something fucked up with this shell, and we should find out what it is.
it's a god item, isn't it?
Yeah, which means
It would-
casting identify is really not going to do
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, have we been given any god items that are exponentially evil?
Well, the lie thing's kind of fucked up if you think about it. You could get away with some monstrous shit. But at the same time, they did sort of make sure that, they did give them to good people.
You like supposed to blow it?
I think so. Because I've been putting my ear up to it and nothing's happened.
Gets possessed.
I mean, what?
Kill your friends. Alright. Yeah, I'll do that. Pull the door?
Not again.
Hold the door?
Don't go down the spiral staircase. Got it.
Well, I mean, looking at what conches do, I think it's specifically a conch for a reason. So, I mean,
Hey, should we be talking about this out here? Maybe save it for when we're in Chambers? You got Magnificent Mansion tonight, right?
yes.
Save it for them.
Do you have any ideas on what Magnificent Mansion you think would be comfortable?
Anything that's not in a goddamn desert.
Ooh, he does not like
Are
the
you
desert.
racist against the
I
desert?
hate the
Pascal?
sands.
Would a druid like the desert? He's a self-pronounced spa lover
True.
that lives in the woods that grew up on a glacier. We can all agree that Basco probably doesn't like the
But
desert.
that's the dead opposite of everything he's ever known.
Yeah, or as it represents life. That lifeful place, the desert.
At this stage, are you doing anything?
Let's see.
Well, you wanted to go hang out with Rainey and Naslin.
Yeah.
You still wanted to do that?
Yeah.
You just had that brief layover with Basco about the conch shell. But it's shelved for a time.
The only reason why I was saying me and you is we could go visit Sal Schools and Sam Smith's.
Yeah, all you have to do is grab me. After I'm done 1,000 yards staring out the hall.
You go to the tavern. It is later in the day, so most of those shops are kind of hanging it up, getting ready to lock up shop, close it up for the night. Rainey and Naslin are going up to their quarters. Unlike the last place, this place has been zoozed up a bit. It is much nicer. Additions have been adding. They're clearly putting on another floor. The supports have been increased to deal with the extra weight. There's been additions on the ground floor and thus the secondary floor as well. But it's still just big enough to accommodate all of you guys and no one else. So no one else is allowed in. But they're making their way up to their room. And they kind of see you approaching.
Hello. Good evening.
You joining us for a drink? We're gonna just put our stuff up and then make our way back down.
Sure.
Oh, okay. And they go up. You can go up to your room as well. Each one of you have your own individual room. Put your stuff down if you'd like to make your magnificent mansion now.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that now.
What is it?
It's a desert oasis. But it's at night. And it's the actual oasis.
Like a tent sort of vibe?
Yeah.
Like a loosely sort of Lawrence of Arabia flowing tent sort of thing?
Yeah, like that's what you're actually in it, but you can see outside through the front flap of it, and you can see that there's the oasis and the trees and all of that stuff. It's in the middle of the night, so you don't really see the desert out in the distance. You just see that light of the oasis, and then after that, it's just pitch black. But when you look up, you see a sky full of stars.
I dig it.
They're all full moons.
Any food, drink?
Well, what do you think would be good food for, like, camping out in the desert?
Well, anytime I think tents like these, I always just think, like, there's a tray of pre-made finger sandwiches. I just feel like this is like British explorers, like, you know, we're handling the wilds, you know, but at the same time, they're in a lovely, beautiful tent. So I think, like, elegant, like, kind of simple spread like that, you know, sandwiches because it's, like, picnics and stuff. But at the same time, there would probably be a lot of spiced meat because of, you know, that atmosphere. Jugs of wine. Lots of cold water.
It's kind of like the table that's in the center obviously has, it's afternoon tea spread, like you said. It's got, you know, finger sandwiches, pastries, pre-made tea. But it's also like a war desk almost. Like there's a big map of, like, you know, Pangaea on there. You know, that's going on. There's multiple chairs all around. There's no separate rooms in here. The beds are just in the corner.
Piles of pillows and whatnot, yeah. I dig it.
Let me make sure I've actually cast that as well.
So you burnt a 4th and a 7th.
Hopefully nothing happens.
I mean, it's still better than when you were dealing with Chikaran, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, settle down all of my stuff that I don't want to be carrying on me.
You'd be wrapping up your thing now, Korvac. What
Yeah.
is it that you'd be liking to do?
Honestly.
Arm wrestle.
Basco's getting himself situated as well, but also dealing with his royal guard, making sure their house dealt with.
I think at this time, I'll find myself a seat at the tavern, and
No putting your stuff down yet?
that would make sense for me. Yeah.
Just carrying your backpack on you still. Like,
Backpack on me, the flay of spears.
Yeah. You know, you never know when you need it. That's what I learned about this town.
You're right, I do walk around with a lot of shit on me.
You are a terrifying person.
You're like those war monsters that you like see in like Shadow of Mordor games.
Yeah.
It's just like, you have 30 spears poking out of your back. You have a massive one in your hand.
Do you need
You've got
all
the
those?
scariest armor.
Are you-
Well, I might stop time and throw them all because it's a special move I can do.
Have you stabbed anything real in a long time?
Good point. We had Chikaran, where combat occurred.
Yeah, the last thing he drank was fucking alcohol.
That'll be good.
That was...
Well, you did take fucking healing from Chikaran when you fought him.
Oh, that's right. That's fucking weird, but yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
He was beyond a construct. He was something else.
Yeah. So that's only been 24 hours now. So we're Gucci.
That's good. Put all my stuff down. I'll go down. I'll sit next to Korvac at the tavern, waiting for Naslin.
Would you guys have gotten you guys a table then, if that's the case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's nobody else here. Like, it is specifically just for you guys. Like, And there's no need to feel guilty about that, because it's not like you've taken up the only tavern now. Like, there is, like, a workers' drinking area now, and, like, you know, they have their own watering hole. You don't have to worry about taking up this one exclusively, because it ain't a one-tavern town no more.
Right.
This tavern is y'all's. What you drinking?
Brandy. I think so. Yeah, brandy.
A nice whiskey.
That's what you want in the desert, a nice refreshing whiskey and brandy.
Yeah. Banana daiquiri.
No bananas here.
Shit.
Cider.
Probably. Eventually, Naslin, Rainey comes back down, Graf and the boys, all the Paragons. They make their way in. But, you know, they all have their table. They sit with you, Naslin, and Rainey does. So how's the road been treating you, Sugar?
Pretty alright, actually. It's been fun seeing things again.
That cart was actually pretty good. Normally it's kind of gets on your butt after a while, but not these ones.
Naslin goes, you know, it is good money. That was well constructed, if I do say so myself. Quality cart.
Well, what? I wasn't expecting the gathering so soon, but I'm okay with this. I'm gonna days out for a second and take a few peeks. I know I don't want to be antisocial.
I love that you picked up dice and then you realize you don't roll.
I'm just playing with my dice. I'm always messing around with my dice. You know that.
Who are you doing first?
I am going to do.
You got Quarth. You got the adventuring party.
I don't think I'll be doing the adventuring party first.
Well, then who specifically do you think has the least wisdom saving throw?
They all look like they have high wisdom, except for Daff.
Yeah.
Daff.
A dude with the name of Daft probably doesn't have a high wisdom score, especially when he's the barbarian. He's actually the most wise. He's sage-like in his old age. Well, I tell you, 5 isn't a great place to start.
All right.
Your eyes zone out. Just that one. It doesn't go far. You feel like it connects almost immediately. Doesn't take long. And you see a campfire being constructed with makeshift tents being formed. They're doing it all wrong. I mean, it's a pretty big campfire. They haven't fully constructed their tent yet, and the campfire's fully going, and they're already eating and drinking, and it's sort of like, you should probably finish making your tents first.
Yeah.
But they're still alive. They're somewhere in a mountain range. But that's all you can really get.
No heading, no direction.
You're not scrying on a location, you're scrying on a person, my guy. And they're not moving anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you can give me a perception and I can tell you. But,
That one.
Fix it.
I'm not gonna do that one.
I love that he gets to fix that even though technically he's not within 30 feet of the action happening, but you're the one standing there making it happen all the way over there.
I love the idea that you're just laying up against a wall like this.
Just being casual.
10.
Mac, help! I can't see!
I can't see! 10? I got 10.
It's a desert at night, dude, in the mountains. It's tough to tell where they're at.
Okay.
But I mean, that does narrow it down in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Let me get to that map.
Mac, help! I can't see anything!
Things are not casual! You ended here,
Yeah.
and then you sped off. So that's, you know, all of this is the mountain range here, you
Right.
know? So they're somewhere up in the guts of this place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the only person you wanted to scry on, my guy?
No, I think I want to also scry on our boy.
He's been doing good lately.
You just see the back of Corvax.
Wasn't good. Wasn't good at all.
I brought you the telescope that was on.
I brought you Vincent. How did you do that?
The whole thing.
How? The first man heads rolls in front of you. Oh my god. You look for him. There's a brief period of time when you think you aren't seeing him, that something's fucked up. And then you realize he's there, but he's camouflaged. And he's sort of hiding himself in sort of an underbrush. Hiding from something, from someone. Also in the desert. Also in the mountains.
Oh no! Oh no! He's gonna murder the other party!
Roll a perception.
That is 19.
You don't see any fire. You don't see anything like that.
Okay.
So he's not looking at them. But you know a hunt when you see one.
Mm.
This guy has an objective. This guy has a goal. And you don't know what he's doing.
Like, I'm so glad this random fucking miner is gonna do something.
It's just like slowly evolved into Rambo / Castaway meeting together.
I was gonna say, I think we're like, what is that thing in The Simpsons? Where if you watch it or like the episodes where it appears you just watch a movie.
Oh, the Rainier Wolf Castle fucking movie that he does in the background.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Hello.
McBain.
See, you've come back for round 3.
And then I think lastly, Sten.
He's being hunted.
Hunted. I know a prey when I see one.
Lucky.
I'm sorry.
Yeah?
You
Go, my child.
see he's in some sort of war tent. One you haven't seen before. It's tough to make things out immediately. You realize he is in bed. And then you realize shortly after that he's in the throes of lovemaking.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And then you shortly after realize he has a rather large bite mark on his neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you slowly realize when you get a better look that that's not just any woman he's plowing, that's your mom.
Mm. Can I roll the guy to eyes out?
I love the idea.
Scry has finally been my comeuppance!
I love the idea of just like
Just like on this side, I'm gonna just casually scry, just put out the vibe on the side of the room.
my mom's
Mommy, no! Mother! Just like shouting on the other side of the bar. He does this when he drinks, don't worry about
You
it.
start screaming and then you turn into a werewolf in the tavern and teleport away.
I have to do a thing. How dare you, you whore!
What's stand on my mom?
Is everything alright?
I don't know.
Everything alright with the king of the face?
No.
Your mom mom has a type, dude.
She does.
Men that are subjugated by you.
No, what?
What's subjugated?
I would not say Tiberius was subjugated. He showed up voluntarily to that
He
castle.
sure fucking did. God,
At-
Father
At
figures
that
the
point,
quarterback.
he was a higher level than you guys were in that fight.
Yes, he was.
Father figures the quarterback.
Hold up.
Strong men is what I was going for. Strong fighters. But yeah, okay.
So, Tiberius, why was he there again? Was he sent, or did he just kind of...
He heard about you guys. He heard about you through the grapevine, and then it was sort of just like you guys showed up in chapel
Okay. That's
when
right.
he was there, and he was just like, I'm gonna get a load of these boys, because, you know, lots happening in the world, shit's changing, but I'm gonna follow them. And then he saw you sort of just take over the entire castle through god magic, and he was like, well, I'm gonna sit in here and just sort of be the fly on the wall and see if these people are peace, because this is the life I want anyways. Casual gardener, I can become that, I can live on that,
Right.
but at the same time I can be here if I need to be. And then when he learned that he liked you guys, it's just like, well, I can be that extra little bit of security when they're away. And then now he's dead. Now Zergert's that. Passing of the torch.
Okay.
How long do you hold this scribe, by the way?
Oh, definitely not. I'm curious because it's not.
Good form, Stin! Way to pound mom!
It's not. It was a tent that I wasn't familiar with. So am I to assume? I'm not even sure. If Korax
It
even
looks like
knows.
it stems,
Okay.
specifically.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure if it was just like, hey, they're finally moving on to bismuth. But at this point, I don't think Karak could come up with that conclusion.
Look at
No.
your mom just like fourth wall breaks and just starts looking at you, quarterback.
Look at me, Korvac.
No, no,
Look at me make another brother.
no.
It's a thing werewolves can do.
Oh, God.
Multiple stage
Pups.
pregnancies at the same time.
It'd be fucking funny if she has like a litter.
Oh
Grew an extra 6 set of teats.
How's everything going, quarterback?
The power of the full moon will come in handy.
no. God, I hate this.
Let me ruin your cool guy werewolf experience.
Oh God. All right, I need harder stuff.
Anybody else you want to scry on? How did Lord drop? It ain't just that she's fucking. Sten's also gonna be a werewolf now.
Yeah. It sure is. Any ideas?
First of all, I'm gonna roll insight on you to see if I pick up on the whole.
He's on the other end of the bar.
Performance.
I will say no. I'm gonna give him insight. Yeah, you can do a performance if you want. If you're actively trying to hide how you're feeling. What was that?
This is an 18.
5.
Huh? Was there anybody else you wanted to describe?
I don't have anything off the top of my head. Unless we really want to be invasive about Vaughn. He's really sleeping. But,
You can if you want to.
yeah.
If he's sleeping, he has disadvantage or something like that.
Try Malin.
It was...
No.
wow.
No, sorry. No, he didn't succeed, is what I'm going for in my head. Because I'm trying to bring up Vaughn's without having to pull it up, and I was like, yeah, he doesn't have that good of a wisdom, now that I think about it. You see a man. He's done sleeping because it's been days, since you've been gone. But there's like a relief in him. He still feels shooken up. He's still not 100%. He's still tired. He's still drained. But there's a weight that is clearly so visibly lifted off of his shoulders as he's just kind of doing day-to-day activity. That you can still tell there's like a sort of pre-shook, like this man has been, something big has happened and transpired in him. This was important for a number of reasons, for some reason. at least to him, and it was made apparent. So, there's something you're missing.
Anybody else?
I suggest try Malin.
So it was Mardakath who did the mental prison, right? Not Malin.
Yes, Mordekaiser did the mental prison. That was sort of the thing that he was working on.
We know Malin's got ridiculously good wards against this shit.
He also was the one that was in another dimension.
Right.
That was why you guys could never find him. The argument was that he might not be in those other dimensions because they've been locked off. But the argument was then made, what if the boundaries of this extra dimensional plane was inside the boundaries of the worlds you're in, much like his magnificent mansion. So it might not even get to him anyways.
I guess his first shot.
Okay.
My eyeball explodes.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, my eyes are up here. Your dice, my dice aren't something you can look at. That is an 18, by the way. So
Yeah.
his lowest saving throw is a +10.
Okay.
Paladins, baby. He's fucking broken.
I'm sorry. His lowest saving throw is a +10. As in, wait, that's a paladin thing?
So paladins have this buff where they can add their charisma bonus to saving throws to themselves and allies within X amount of feet. He has got a +5 charisma. So he adds +5 to all of his saving throws.
Okay.
And then he has another thing where he adds half proficiency into it as well. So he's...
Okay. It's unlimited or charges?
No, that's just a buff. That's an aura he has.
Oh.
The paladins are very similar to the paladins in World of Warcraft. You have an aura, and you have, lay on hands, and you have smites.
Mm-hmm.
That's what paladins are for. They give good aura buffs. They're powerful, man. Paladins are crazy.
I didn't know that. Maybe I should play a paladin.
Yeah, dude. They're fucking cool.
You be the paladin, I'll be your little bird boy.
Bitch boy.
Hey.
Your older brother.
But no, you don't get to Malin.
Okay.
First block of the night. You kind of wish that would have been at Sten at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could have been doing anything. Not my mom.
Think we're going to cut it off from there and just join Mac.
Give me an insight roll, Mac.
Jesus Christ, you're going in the fucking dice tower. 4.
Let me see if Preston... Give me another performance.
So good. 15.
Hey, Korvac, you look ice cold and super pale. Basco says as he pulls up a chair and has a wheat ale and sits down with you guys.
Oh. Yep.
Yep. I just came back from smoking some of my dad's kush.
Yeah. Good for you, man.
Salzgul's doing good.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
You okay? You look so fucked.
I saw something no son should ever have to see.
What did your mom okay?
Technically very okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
What was happening?
Sten was happening.
Oh, so Sten saved her?
Sten is Oh, how do I say this without sounding terrible? Sten's fucking my mom.
Oh, that's beautiful. Good for him.
I just wish I didn't see it. It's all.
Oh. Well, don't worry. She's not going to get pregnant or
How
anything.
often has this happened to you?
What's that?
When you just crying
Oh,
about.
my mother's dead. I haven't
I've-
been able to see her.
Nobody else though. You've never like.
No, my whole family's dead. I can't really watch them talk to anybody.
Well, you've never just incidentally.
Well, Bergamir and Bessla.
But
You know,
that,
there was one time, but it's beautiful. They're,
Yeah.
two old souls like that still able to have that moment together.
You, grog, please. If somebody.
Just like immediately, one of those big ones are set down right in front of you.
I'm glad your mom's able to find happiness.
That's kind of quick from the whole Tybalt thing.
I think that's just
Tiberius thing.
their lifestyle.
Was that it though? That just they're having sex?
Were you scrying on your mom or were you scrying on Sten?
Stan, I was kind of trying to get a beat on how far along they were getting to bismuth. Bad move on my part. The adventuring party is okay. They don't know how to make a camp, but they're doing okay.
It doesn't sound like they'll be doing good for long if they can't make a camp.
Yeah. Our boy in the outskirts, he's hunting something, somebody hiding. So he's doing something. I can't figure out what though.
Did you get a read of where he was?
In a mountainous region covered in brush, kind of like the adventuring party. I didn't see a smoke or fire, so I don't think they're related technically, but...
I mean, that basically describes the next 100 miles of range in
Yeah,
both west and east.
Exactly.
So, like, anywhere.
Literally anywhere. And, could it be on Malin? I decided to call it there, unless anybody has.
Didn't want to see another family member having sex?
No.
Don't ever scry on my dad or my mom.
I've intentionally
not warning you based on what I will do. It's what you may see.
Yeah, I know. I seem like a very loving couple, so I would never dare.
Also, a woman who hasn't seen her husband in
Yeah.
decades.
So, Korvac.
Yep.
So what are we doing with this? Just puts the conch shell down. Oh, you were saying? So.
It's nothing important. I was actually going to ask about the conch. I kind of reach over and pick up this conch. Do we, blow into it?
I mean, that's the only thing we haven't done.
Should we, test it?
Most crazy items, normally you just have faith that it's gonna help.
Also, it's sort of been a very limited use run thing. Everything, the boomerang had one time and it's gone.
Oh.
His toothpick disappeared.
Oh.
The soda has a limited amount. There was a
Coins.
reason we needed to have it.